Hello! I received this package from Arteza. They got in contact with me and they asked me if I would like it to receive some art supplies and review them, and I said that I would love to. So the first thing that I've got are these two watercolor pads. They come in a package of 2 and they've got 32 sheets each, and as you can tell, the size is 9 by 12 inch and the paper thickness is 300 grams. The second thing I received is this set of watercolor brushes. They come in a set of 6, 3 of them with a round brush and the other 3 with a flat brush, both in the sizes small, medium and large. And then the last thing that I have got, also the thing that I'm definitely most excited about, is this set of real brush pens. I have never owned anything like this before, so I guess that's why I'm so excited. But yeah, they come in a set of 48, but they also have different sets on their website. The ink inside of them is water based, so I guess they're kind of like watercolor brush pens. Also the brush itself, it has a really fine tip and also like real hairs, which makes it like a real brush, obviously because it's called real brush pen. But I'm really excited to try these. So I bought myself some flowers because why not? And I thought that I would paint one of them to try out these art supplies. I started off with swatching some colors I thought that I was going to need, but also to kind of get the hang of them and, you know, like see how they would react on the paper and such. I also wanted to see how they would blend out and if you would see like any lines and things like that. And I think they do blend out really well. It doesn't matter if the ink has dried already, like it still picks up really well. Alright, I didn't film the sketching part because I kinda knew that this video was gonna be long enough already. Also, before I start, I've decided to give this little painting away. All you have to do is leave a comment with your Instagram name or anything else where I can get in contact, and that's all you have to do. So yeah, I have to admit that I was kind of scared to start somehow, just because these pens kind of reminded me of markers, like Copic markers and stuff, and somehow markers like that really scare me. I think they are kind of intense somehow. Like when you put it on paper, it is so permanent. I don't know if anyone gets this, but like, I don't know, they just kind of stress me out somehow. But the thing I really like about these pens is that even though they feel like markers, once you put something on paper you can still really work with it, and that's something that I really like about them. Okay, first I want to talk about the paper for a bit, because honestly I don't have much to say about it. The only thing is that it started to buckle a bit when I started working, so I just put tape on the corners. But you know, like, let's be honest, you always have to tape down watercolor paper, no matter how expensive or cheap it is. But it held the water very well, and also I was able to build layers without like ruining the paper. I feel like there's not much more to say than that. I mean, I have to admit that I'm quite like easily impressed when it comes to paper, but I don't know, like I just really like it. I think I would actually buy it again, so yeah. Now let's talk about these water brush pens. First, I think they are a bit different than all the others on the market because of the little red thingy you have to push in order to get the water out. Maybe I've been living under a rock or something, but I actually have never seen them like this before. But it did take me a bit of time to get used to it. But once I was used to it, I think I like it better than the other water brush pens. Without one particular part of the brush you have to squeeze in order to get the water out. I feel like with this red thing you have a bit more control over the amount of water you want to get out. They are also quite big, and the only downside about that is that they don't fit in my pencil case, but that's literally the only downside about them. The positive thing about them being a little bit bigger is that they do hold a lot of water, which I really like. Yeah, I'm really positive about them. I think they are really nice. Now let's talk about these brush pens. I was actually not sure if I would like these, as I thought that they would work like alcoholic markers in some way, but they are two completely different things. I'm going to repeat myself for a bit here because I've said this before, but what I really like is the fact that you can really work with them. Once you put down a color, no matter if it's dried already, you can still use water and a brush to blend them out and work with them. But also you can just lay a color down like you would with these alcoholic markers and just layer them. But you don't have to blend them out with water. I just wanted to because I really like the watercolorish look, I guess. The colors of these pens are also so amazing. Like, I wasn't expecting them to be this vibrant, if I'm being honest. But yeah, they really are. Even when you blend them out, they are still really vibrant. And also for this painting I am doing, I ended up using only 2 colors, which I actually think is pretty amazing. What I also really like about them is the brush itself, which has a really fine tip. I like to put a lot of detail in my work, and the really fine tip really makes that possible, which I just really like. The only thing is that the brush pens itself don't have a name or anything, which can be a bit confusing, I watched some other reviews on these pens, and a lot of people really thought that it was a downside about them, but actually I don't really mind it. Also, I think there is like a number on each of them on the cap, but like if you're working and you forget to put a cap on, you already forgot what pen it belonged to. Well, that happens to me, so yeah, but as I said, I don't really mind it, but I can understand that some people would like to swatch them all and then, like write a name down, and you can do that now because they don't have names. But I absolutely love these anyway. I have to admit that these pens are definitely my favorite from the 3 things I got. I love all the things I've got actually, but I think these are really cool and also kind of unique in some kind of way. So yeah. By the way, the links of all these products are in the description in case you want to check them out or anything. Also, I do want to mention that if you click any of the links in the description and you buy any of these products, I will get a small percentage. It will not affect you, or like you will not pay extra or something. It's just that I do have to mention this. Otherwise, well, I don't know what happens if I don't mention it, but just to make sure. At this point, I really think I am overworking the painting. Like, I should have stopped already, but I don't know what I was thinking. But I actually barely paint flowers. I think for someone that doesn't really paint flowers, it's alright, even though I think it looks a bit like a pink cabbage. But then it wasn't really my intention to create this beautiful art piece or something. I just really wanted to create something just to try out these art supplies. And also, I wouldn't be me if I wouldn't mess up a painting before almost finishing it. I thought that it was a good idea to get some white gouache and get in some highlights. I don't think it looks really bad, but in the middle it really does. I tried to fix it, but it just looked better before. But anyway, I want to thank Arteza for sending me these art supplies. I actually love them so much and I'm really happy with them. Also, if you made it this far in a video, thank you so much for watching it, and maybe like it if you liked it. And also please subscribe if you haven't yet, because it really helps me.